Brilliance Audio presents The Bobcat by Katherine Forbes Riley, performed by Elise Arsenault. 1. Physically, the fog signaled only the tail end of a long Vermont winter. But nature assumed a kind of sentience given space. So it pillowed against Laurelie's windows as a soft asylum wall, and leaked its internal fluids on the sills, and acted as a deranged refractor on the view, magnifying the crags and pores down her cottage's stone walls into dizzying cliffs, while drowning the yard and forest beyond in uniform gray particulate. Laurelie sat for a while, with her forehead pressed to the screen, imagining what it would feel like if she'd woken to a dawn in which there really was no one else left. Then, she got down on the floor and pulled her body through its stretches while sketching the panels for apocalypse in her head, each image carefully and almost playfully brutal, modeling them after Frida Kahlo. Mountain pose, a cottage beside a pine forest, cat-cow, a rising mist, downward dog, the scene panning out to show the ground around the cottage crumbling away to jagged cliffs with black oblivion beyond. Pigeon pose, a shadow appearing in one cottage window. Lunge, panning in again to focus on a face. Corpse pose, a thought bubble extending from its open mouth, containing one word: safe. But when she finished her exercises and looked outside again, half the world had reappeared. While above the lilac trees the cloud mantle still hung impenetrable, now spiderwebs sparkled cheerfully on her new spring grass. Her dirt lane plunged bravely through lingering trails of mist, and the towering pines on the other side of it looked rather comical with their heads still lost in fog. Suddenly, a blur of motion, a change of light, something threaded through their trunks. Instantly, she stepped back and pressed her body to the wall beside the window. Her heart flailed like a bird in her chest, trapped by her own rapid, shallow breaths, as she searched the gloomy understory for further signs of life. The fog light heightened contrasts, turning the trunks dark and the low growth bright, and the air between them almost blue. But though she remained there, watching for a long time, nothing else moved. Later, she rode her bike down the dirt lane to where it met the river road. There, ice computed a massive geometry, drifting white in shards down the new black water that came and went to her right through the trees. Woods lined the first half of this stretch of the road, which followed the arc of the river east for 2 miles or so before both turned southward. Above her, birds swooped and perched, their clamor swelling and subsiding with her breath. When she emerged from the forest, fog-dampened and winded, the sky showed blue patches like puzzle pieces. The sun laid a warm hand on her back. She basked a little, letting the road's slow torque carry her along a meadow sprouting bluebells and snowdrops and the occasional surprised tulip. Forested hills undulated beyond it all the way to the horizon, where rose, still obscured by cloud, the silhouettes of mountains. Then came a sharp bend where the road followed the river south, and she turned left and headed up a steep hill lined with the beer can-littered yards of Greek fraternity houses, cheap white clapboard structures in various states of disorder and disrepair. She kept her head averted as she climbed, but it made little difference. Still, she was trembling by the time she reached the top, where the road became High Street and intersected Main Street, the commercial district of Montague, Vermont. Across the intersection lay the campus green of Montague College, the small school that shared the town's name. Encircling the green's far side were the half-dozen ivy-colored buildings that constituted the college itself. Even on this warm spring morning, they seemed to huddle.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?